These dogs have been training for 15 months, 12 months on their own and then 3 months with their handlers. They are almost ready to take their final tests together before graduation. Once they graduate, they will be out in the fields, villages and cities of Afghanistan, clearing the land of mines inch by inch. Places like Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan, or what's left of it. Almost every street, every playing field, every park was infested with landmines. After more than 20 years of war, there isn't a building that doesn't bear a scar or worse. This was the King's Palace, the Russian Embassy, an elementary school classroom. After 20 years of war, there isn't a person in Afghanistan who doesn't know of someone who has been killed or injured in the fighting. Though a relative peace seems to have returned, it is routinely shattered by the sound of explosions. As another innocent victim unwittingly steps on one of many different types of landmines. The terror of landmines doesn't only exist in Afghanistan. There are landmines in more than 60 countries around the world. Mines come in many shapes and sizes, some big enough to blow up a tank, others designed to spring out of the ground and spray victims with razor blades, and others drop from aircraft that look like toys and attract children. All have the same devastating effect. They maim, they kill, and they create refugees. It's not easy learning to become a landmine detection dog or dog handler. There are many obstacles and challenges to overcome. Fortunately, there are experts from the West who have been sent to help. New Zealander Ian McLean works for the Geneva Centre for Humanitarian Demining and is a mine clearance specialist. He's in Afghanistan to help train the dog demining teams and teach landmine clearance techniques.
The future of Afghanistan depends on mine clearance. There are huge areas of land that are important, high priority areas of land for use for agriculture, for use for resettlement of refugees. Those areas are still contaminated with mines.
Ian trained as an animal behaviourist. He understands how dogs think and is particularly skilled at training mine-sniffing dogs.
We know dogs are an extremely effective detection tool, and they give clearance rates that are higher, in most cases, than any other clearance system.
He says Shamsulak, Naruis, Rahimullah and the other men and dogs at the training centre have a tough road ahead of them. But once they graduate, they will swell the Dogs of Peace number in Afghanistan past the 200 mark. They will be out in the minefields of Afghanistan along with Sunny and Danny as full-fledged mine detection dogs, sniffing out these instruments of death.
You can think of the mine as a kind of a predator, and there are many different kinds of predator. Mines are the most effective sit-and-wait predator that you will ever find. The reason is that they are patient forever. They are prepared to wait for the arrival of their prey for years if necessary. Once the prey arrives, they can respond instantly. You have no tactical response options. It's a pure and perfect sit-and-wait predator available to take you out at any moment.
Working under the most difficult conditions day after day, 6 days a week, these Dogs of Peace are the elite of the world's working dogs. Every day, all over the world, working dogs are seeking out drugs, chemicals and explosives at airports and post offices. Then there are the rescue dogs that find the survivors of earthquakes or landslides or other disasters. But the Dogs of Peace are unique among working dogs. They are the special forces of the dog world. Every day, their lives and the lives of their handlers are on the line as they search out these deadly landmines. These dogs of peace are also bringing hope to a new generation of Afghan children. A generation of children who've been prisoners of fear of being killed by landmines as they play innocently. Just a game of tag, catch or baseball can be deadly here. These dogs are also building bridges that are reaching out to this new generation. They may break a mold that has been in place for thousands of years.